Beneath the Bodhi tree, Buddha sat in silence, his stillness reflecting an ocean of unshaken calm and wisdom. His disciples gathered, their faces lined with yearning, seeking answers to silence the storms raging within their restless minds. Anand, the youngest, spoke, his voice tremulous yet steady, bearing the weight of countless questions unspoken. "Master," he began, "how does one escape the relentless noise overwhelming both the mind and the soul?" Buddha opened his eyes, their depth revealing timeless truth as though embodying galaxies yet undiscovered. He gestured toward the earth, inviting everyone to feel its steady grounding presence beneath them, eternal and unwavering. "When I sat beneath the Bodhi tree, seeking truth, the earth supported me and witnessed my awakening," he shared. "The body is not separate from the world. It is deeply interconnected, part of the rhythm of existence." He closed his eyes, drawing their attention to his breath, steady and rhythmic, a reflection of life's continuous flow. An older disciple interrupted cautiously, seeking illumination where shadows of confusion lingered. "Master, we see the ripples," he said. "Yet what wisdom lies within their endless motion?" Buddha smiled, his expression devoid of judgment, extending only the infinite patience earned through years of unwavering meditation. "Movement is inevitable," Buddha replied, "but serenity lies in perceiving motion without attachment or resistance to its flow." The disciples watched the lake, now understanding its metaphor, as their perceptions shifted like dawn breaking through endless night. Each breath is both a new beginning and a letting go, a constant reminder of impermanence and renewal, he explained. The disciples' awareness deepened, their senses attuned to the nuances of their breath, their connection to the present moment. Anand felt as though clarity embraced him, his restless mind transforming into a lake reflecting wisdom rather than bearing chaos. Buddha continued, addressing every soul equally, his wisdom as inclusive as the air surrounding them all. "Your thoughts are like ripples," Buddha said. "Observe them with neither judgment nor desire, and your stillness will emerge naturally." The group meditated, their breaths harmonizing with the universe's rhythm as Buddha's words guided their inner journeys. Toward unfathomable peace, Buddha stood, his robe flowing gently as if mirroring the breeze's delicate touch upon nature's surface. "This lake exists within each of you," Buddha concluded. "Return to its stillness, and life's storms cannot drown you." As shadows lengthened, Buddha began walking toward the nearby village, his disciples following as though pulled by an invisible force of wisdom. Anand approached Buddha, his steps lightened by newfound peace, though questions still lingered, yearning to be spoken aloud. "When you eat, taste each bite fully, honoring the nourishment that sustains this sacred vessel," he encouraged. "To be mindful of the body is to be mindful of life itself, of its beauty, its fragility, its preciousness," he said. Anand nodded, understanding further, though his journey toward enlightenment stretched vast like the horizon upon endless seas. The disciples reached the village, the hum of its marketplace bursting with life, contrasting the serenity they'd learned beside the Bodhi tree. Buddha observed the hustle quietly, his presence unchanged by the chaos, his inner lake undisturbed even amid the clamor. "Master," Purnima asked hesitantly, seeking wisdom amidst noise, "does tranquility still grow where noise seeks to root unrest?" Buddha gestured toward a baker kneading dough, his hands precise and patient amid bustling conversations and children's laughter filling the space. "Silence is an absence of sound," Buddha said. "It is presence of focus, where attention weaves serenity into life's noise." The disciples watched the baker carefully, his movements deliberate yet fluid, his intent creating beauty amidst chaos. Much like Buddha's teachings, stillness does not resist noise, Buddha continued, his voice like a balm soothing unease within their hearts. It grows through accepting presence fully. Purnima felt her own inner restlessness calm, her thoughts weaving harmony where discord once reigned unchecked and untamed. As the disciples reflected, Anand approached Buddha once more, his heart yearning for wisdom unspoken yet felt within his core. Master, Anand asked, is stillness something we seek, or something we carry within ourselves unaware? Buddha placed his hand gently upon Anand's shoulder, an embrace of both love and boundless understanding. You cannot seek what has always been within you, Buddha said. Stillness is not an achievement but an acknowledgement of existence. Anand stood silently, feeling Buddha's words resonate deep within his being as though touching something eternal and pure. Within his core, when twilight blanketed the village in hues of orange and purple, Buddha guided his disciples back toward the monastery where stars waited above. Master, another disciple asked, how do we hold this stillness even when surrounded by overwhelming tides of chaos? Buddha paused under a vast tree, its branches stretching toward infinite skies as though yearning for starlight. You must remain as the tree stands, Buddha said, its roots deeply anchored, unshaken by winds seeking its fall. The disciples sat near the tree, meditating upon Buddha's words, letting the metaphor guide their thoughts toward wisdom slowly emerging. His disciples followed, their hearts and minds open, ready to receive his teaching on impermanence. As they approached the village, they encountered a tree, its branches bare, its trunk weathered by time and nature. Each disciple absorbed Buddha's wisdom individually, their journeys varied yet intertwined by the universal truth Buddha shared freely. Buddha rested under the vast tree, his aura harmonizing with the night enveloping them, embodying stillness even amidst life's ceaseless motion. Another day, another journey. Buddha walked with his disciples toward a bustling marketplace, the air vibrant with life's chaos. The sun rose gently, its golden hues spilling across the earth, painting fields and pathways with a serene luminescence. Birds chirped a melodious tune, weaving nature's song into the travelers' hearts, soothing their minds with its rhythmic harmony. As they neared the market, the once gentle hum of life swelled into a cacophony of voices, colors, and motion. Merchants called loudly, displaying wares of every kind, their words mingling into an endless stream of sound and fervor. Purnima, walking beside Buddha, turned to him, her brow furrowed with the weight of overwhelming sights and sounds. Master, she asked softly, amidst this chaos, how can one find clarity and purpose without being swept away? Buddha paused, his gaze sweeping the lively scene before him, a faint smile gracing his tranquil face. Purnima, he began, his voice calm and steady. Chaos is merely the mind's interpretation, an illusion built upon fragmented attention and wandering thoughts. They continued walking, passing a weaver's shop where an elderly man sat amidst spools of colorful thread. His hands deft and patient, Buddha stopped, gesturing toward the weaver, who worked with meticulous care, weaving intricate patterns upon his loom. Observe the weaver, Buddha said. Though surrounded by commotion, his focus creates beauty, and his stillness anchors his craft. The disciples gathered near the weaver, their curiosity piqued as they watched his hands moving rhythmically, guided by practiced intention. Master, Anand spoke, his eyes fixed upon the weaver's craft. How does one cultivate focus amidst distractions that pull the mind relentlessly? Buddha turned to Anand, his expression one of gentle understanding, and responded, focus is the thread that weaves meaning into life's fabric, guiding actions toward harmony and purpose. The weaver noticed the group and smiled warmly, inviting them to sit nearby and observe his work more closely. Wise one, the weaver addressed Buddha respectfully, your presence is an honor. What wisdom can you share about life's intricate tapestry? Buddha regarded the weaver with kind eyes, his words flowing like a serene stream nourishing the fields of understanding. Just as you choose each thread with care, Buddha said, choose each thought deliberately, weaving mindfulness into the patterns of your existence. The disciples listened intently, their minds absorbing the metaphor as they reflected upon the patterns within their own lives. The weaver nodded thoughtfully, his movements never ceasing, embodying the very stillness and focus Buddha described. Master, Purnima asked, her voice filled with earnestness. How can we silence the noise that drowns our inner stillness? Buddha's gaze rested upon her, his expression reflecting an infinite depth of compassion and wisdom. Silence is not the absence of noise, Buddha replied, but the presence of awareness, grounding the soul amidst life's vibrations. He gestured toward the weaver once more, drawing the disciples' attention to the deliberate rhythm of his craft. The weaver does not fight the noise around him, Buddha explained. He integrates it, letting his focus transcend the external clamor. As the day unfolded, the disciples practiced observing their thoughts, weaving their attention into the present moment without resistance or judgment. Buddha guided them through the bustling market, his footsteps steady, an embodiment of stillness moving amidst motion. A merchant approached, offering fragrant spices, their vibrant colors a feast for the eyes, their aromas intoxicatingly rich. Buddha accepted the spices with gratitude, his actions deliberate and mindful, an example of presence amidst the world's offerings. Master, Sariputra asked, his voice carrying the weight of introspection, how do we remain grounded when life tempts us with endless distractions? Buddha turned to Sariputra, his expression serene, his words like a gentle breeze clearing the fog of uncertainty. Temptation loses its power when met with mindfulness, Buddha said, for awareness unveils the true nature of desire, dissolving its grip upon the soul. The group continued their journey through the market, their senses inundated yet their minds anchored by Buddha's teachings. They passed a potter shaping clay upon his wheel, his hands steady and purposeful, transforming raw earth into art. Buddha stopped again, observing the potter's work, his gaze filled with admiration for the creation born of patience and focus. Master, Anand asked, inspired by the sight, what can we learn from the potter about escaping the overwhelm of life's demands? Buddha gestured toward the potter, his movements graceful, reflecting the wisdom he sought to convey. The potter shapes clay not by force, Buddha said, but by understanding its nature and working in harmony with its essence. The disciples watched, the potter, their thoughts aligning with Buddha's words, finding lessons within the simplicity of creation. In the same way, Buddha continued, shape your thoughts gently, allowing inner stillness to guide the contours of your mind. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, the group left the market behind. The road back to the monastery stretched before them, lined with trees swaying gently in the evening breeze. Master, Purnima asked, her voice reflective, how do we sustain the stillness we cultivate amidst life's ceaseless motion? Buddha walked in silence for a moment, the soft sound of his footsteps blending with nature's symphony. Stillness is not a destination, Buddha replied, his words resonating deeply. It is a practice, nurtured daily through awareness and intention. The disciples nodded, their hearts filled with determination to carry Buddha's wisdom into their own lives. Weaving stillness into every moment, as stars began to appear, their light twinkling like distant dreams, Buddha spoke once more, his voice as steady as the eternal rhythm of existence. Life's noise will not cease, Buddha said, but your relationship with it can transform, allowing stillness to flourish within. The disciples reflected upon his words, their minds quieter, their hearts lighter, as they walked under the canopy of the night sky. The journey to the monastery became a meditation in itself, each step a thread in the tapestry of understanding they wove together. Buddha's presence remained their anchor, a beacon of peace guiding them through the intricate patterns of life's fabric. Another day. Another sunrise. Buddha walked with his disciples to the monastery garden, where vibrant flowers painted the earth. The air carried the scent of jasmine, mingling with the morning dew that glistened upon leaves and petals. Birds sang soft melodies, weaving a harmonious backdrop to the stillness Buddha exuded with every step. The disciples followed closely, their hearts seeking the wisdom that transformed their minds and nourished their souls. In the center of the garden, Buddha paused, observing a blossoming lotus, its petals unfolding with gentle grace. Sariputra approached him, his expression a blend of reverence and inquiry, as questions ripened within his thoughtful gaze. "Master," he began, "we meditate and focus, yet the mind still grows weary. How do we sustain stillness through life's trials?" Buddha plucked a lotus flower delicately, holding it before the disciples, its beauty illuminated by the soft morning light. "The mind, like this flower, needs nourishment to bloom," Buddha said, his voice calm, resonating with timeless truth. "There are three virtues that sustain the mind: rest to rejuvenate, mindfulness to anchor, and joy to bloom." The disciples listened intently, their breaths aligning with the rhythm of the universe. Feeling the profound resonance of Buddha's words, Anand stepped forward, his curiosity unbridled, as though the answers to existence danced just beyond his grasp. "Master," Anand asked, "what of doubt and confusion? The weeds that threaten to overrun the garden of the mind?" Buddha gestured toward a corner of the garden, where a disciple was carefully removing weeds from around a young sapling. "Weeds grow when left unattended," Buddha said, "but the attentive gardener cultivates wisdom, leaving no space for confusion to flourish." The disciples nodded, their understanding deepening as they watched the act of nurturing life reflect their inner cultivation. Purnima knelt near a cluster of blooming marigolds, her hands lightly brushing the soft petals, her thoughts reflective and searching. "Master," she inquired, "can stillness coexist with the chaos that life inevitably brings?" Buddha walked to her side, his gaze resting upon the marigolds swaying gently in the breeze. "Stillness is not the absence of chaos," Buddha replied. "It is the ability to remain rooted, unshaken by life's winds." The disciples began to meditate in the garden, their breaths harmonizing with the gentle sway of nature, their thoughts quieting gradually. Buddha sat beneath a towering Bodhi tree, its vast branches spreading like arms embracing the infinite sky. "The garden is a reflection of the mind," Buddha said. "Its beauty depends upon the care it receives each day." An elder disciple named Nanda approached Buddha, his eyes betraying the weight of wisdom earned through years of practice and contemplation. "Master," Nanda asked, "is it possible to find joy in stillness, even when the heart carries pain?" Buddha smiled gently, his expression reflecting the compassion that flowed like an endless river within his being. "Joy is not the absence of sorrow," Buddha said. "It is the light that emerges when one embraces life fully." As the sun rose higher, its golden rays warmed the earth, the disciples tending to the garden as an extension of their practice. Buddha observed them, his presence like a steady flame illuminating the truth amidst the shadows of uncertainty. Anand, tending a small rose bush, looked toward Buddha, his expression reflecting both gratitude and curiosity. "Master," Anand said, "how do we cultivate joy in a world filled with suffering?" Buddha walked to Anand's side, his movements as deliberate as the flow of water down a mountain stream. "Joy arises from connection," Buddha explained, "to oneself, to others, and to the present moment, where life's essence resides." The disciples absorbed this wisdom, their understanding deepening as they connected their actions with their inner journeys. Under the shade of the Bodhi tree, Buddha called the disciples to gather, their hearts united by the shared pursuit of enlightenment. Each flower in this garden is unique, Buddha said. Yet together they form a tapestry of life's infinite diversity. The disciples reflected upon his words, recognizing the metaphor within their own lives. Each path distinct yet interconnected. Sariputra, his voice steady and thoughtful, asked, Master, how do we remain present when the mind yearns to dwell in past or future? Buddha picked up a fallen leaf, its veins intricate like the pathways of thought, holding it gently between his fingers. The past and future are like this leaf, Buddha said. They can be observed but not held, for they are fleeting. The disciples sat in silence, their meditation deepening as they practiced the art of observing thoughts without attachment or resistance. The garden, once a place of beauty, became a living embodiment of their inner cultivation, its harmony reflecting their collective stillness. As the day progressed, Buddha guided them through the practice of mindful action, tending to the garden with intention and care. Anand approached Buddha once more, his heart lightened by the wisdom he had absorbed yet still yearning for deeper understanding. Master, Anand asked, is stillness something we create, or is it something that exists independent of our efforts? Buddha looked at Anand, his gaze filled with infinite depth, his voice steady as the earth beneath their feet. Stillness exists within you, Buddha said. It is neither created nor destroyed, but recognized through awareness and practice. As evening descended, casting the garden in hues of amber and gold, the disciples gathered to reflect upon the day's teachings. Buddha sat among them, his presence as grounding as the earth itself, his wisdom illuminating their hearts like the stars above. This garden has taught us much, Buddha said. But remember, it is not separate from the garden of your own mind. The disciples bowed their heads in gratitude, their hearts filled with reverence for the wisdom that transformed their understanding of existence. The moon rose, its gentle light washing over the garden, illuminating the path of stillness Buddha had shown them. They returned to the monastery, carrying the teachings like seeds within their hearts, ready to nurture them into blossoms of enlightenment. Sona, the Buddha said, what do you see in this mirror? Describe its reflection to me. I see the vast sky, Sona replied. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.